Coming up on Fulton Today, a cutting-edge initiative with police and the community is coming to Fulton County before it goes national. And the junior DAs get a lesson from the U.S. Attorney's Office about the criminal justice system. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Continued unfortunate encounters between police and the community they serve have some faith-based leaders taking action. It's a new initiative and program called One Congregation, One Precinct, and Fulton's law enforcement and justice partners have signed on. FGTV's Brian Robinson has more.
That's right, Shania. Pastors, religious leaders, and law enforcement come together to help ease the tension between the police and the community. At a special luncheon at the historic Cathedral of St. Philip, police chiefs throughout Atlanta and Fulton County met with senior faith leaders to discuss the One Congregation, One Precinct, better known as One COP.
Which basically brings congregations, not only in Metro Atlanta, but internationally, bring them together with law enforcement agencies to address issues and also to build relationships with the community.
Started by the Reverend Markel Hutchins and originally known as One Church, One Precinct in 2009, One COP unites faith-based organizations and local law enforcement agencies to improve public safety by creating a culture of consciousness, concern, and cooperation. Understanding crime and tense exchanges between cops and citizens can't be handled alone by law enforcement officers. Pastors and religious leaders feel the need to address the violence and distrust.
We want to recognize the risks that they take to protect us. I mean, we have officers that come to our services every week and help direct traffic and help with just making sure everything's safe there. And they're always really just very willing and eager to do that type of thing for us.
We have 5 police officers working for us on Sunday, and they have built a great relationship with our congregation, whether it's directing traffic, crossing people across the road from our parking deck, but people feel that sense of security knowing that the officers are around, and they've built great relationships with them.
Having the faith leaders on board will help fulfill the objectives of the One COP initiative, which are improving public safety by tapping into the varied resources of the faith-based institutions, increasing community engagement via congregations, and creating a direct link between law enforcement executives and community leaders in an effort to prevent violent responses to officer-involved incidents.
Anything that can take law enforcement and help it to make a tighter and more meaningful connection to the community that it serves is a good thing. And this brings together the faith community, law enforcement in a meaningful way to make sure that those communications are happening, that law enforcement is understanding with better depth what's the things going on in the community, and that the community can better understand how law enforcement works. So that's always a positive thing.
Law enforcement officials are proud to launch the One COP initiative locally before expanding it across the country. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you very much, Brian. Meanwhile, Fulton County Police are hoping that you will join them for a night out against crime. The 2017 National Night Out will take place at the Wolf Creek Amphitheater Tuesday, August 1st from 6 to 8 p.m. This annual crime and drug prevention event has the Fulton County Police Department joining with agencies across the county to help make neighborhoods safe places to live, work, and play.
It is a community event, and its purpose is to, just as we always do, to try and establish better relationships between the police and the community citizens that we serve.
Once again, local businesses and companies will be on hand to make it a fun evening of health, learning, and entertainment for all ages.
We have bounce houses, we have Ferris wheels, we have face painters. We have our SWAT team, as well as the SWAT team from the Sheriff's Department, also the bomb squad from both the Sheriff's Department and MARTA. We also have the robots that come with both of those sections, and then the K9 units, from most of the time MARTA and the Sheriff's Department. We usually open the event, as everybody knows. We fly in our helicopter. It's our Air One unit, and it kicks off the celebration, so the kids love that.
For more information about National Night Out, you can call 404-612-3001. Middle school and high school students who want a better idea of the criminal justice system have an ally and the U.S. Attorney's Office. FGTV's Felicia Church explains.
If you're not listening and watching, you're going to miss something.
For the 5th consecutive year, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Georgia held its Youth, Legal, and Law Enforcement Symposium. Held inside the Richard B. Russell Federal Building, it provides the students in the Junior District Attorney Program an opportunity they couldn't get elsewhere.
They are able to listen to several government agencies and those representatives to see if these are possible career field areas for them.
Representatives from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, Immigration Customs Enforcement, Drug Enforcement, and the corrections facilities were just some of the agencies on hand offering the students their wisdom, especially when it comes to drugs.
I learned a lot about the different organizations in the government, like ICE, which is like Homeland Security. I learned about people in the prisons, like wardens and disciplinary actions and things. Learned about drug trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking, things like that, and effects of drug use.
I learned about the effects of drug abuse on human beings. Even a little bit of fentanyl can cause a big difference in the world, and how humans should never try to associate themselves with people who do drugs or drug dealers.
With recent national events tarnishing the images of law enforcement agencies, the goal of the symposium was simple.
Today's message was to educate, to change the image that is often portrayed in the community when it comes to community policing, along with the Sheriff's Office.
I think the seminar is a great idea for the kids to have opportunities to see actually working agents and officers from different law enforcement agencies, to find out what we do, find out our backgrounds and where we got to where we're at right now, and how we made the right choices to get to become successful law enforcement officers.
After hearing from the various agencies, the students enjoyed pizza for lunch before taking advantage of the opportunity to speak to agency representatives one-on-one. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Felicia Church.
The Fulton County District Attorney's Office is helping young men and women change their communities. 42 students started their summer internships with the Fulton County DA's office. That is the largest class of interns in the program's 18-year history.
I didn't really understand what the District Attorney's Office did besides putting away criminals, and I really learned that there's a lot more to it. There's preventing crime, minimizing crime, understanding why crime occurs and what happens in the communities, and how we can best accommodate to do the best things we can for the community.
The District Attorney's intern program gives the aspiring prosecutors exposure in the criminal justice system by closely working with prosecutors and assisting with research, case prep, and trial proceedings.
I'm looking to get as much information I can out of this internship because I actually want to be a prosecutor back home in Chicago.
With the experience gained in the District Attorney's Office, the students hope that will prepare them for their future careers as well as contribute to their respective communities.
I think it's helped me understand the process of law, and it helps me understand what attorneys actually do, because I didn't really know that much about a day in the life of the attorney, of an attorney, and I think it's helped me understand the importance of attorneys and the importance of the law field in general.
Graduates of the internship program are often offered employment following the completion of their law degree. Students learning about the justice system get a crash course in television production. Thinking they were only touring the FGTV studios, these junior deputy clerks were taught firsthand how to produce a newscast. The students took on the roles of anchors, producers, technical crews, and camera operators. They immediately got a lesson in teamwork.
Bring it up, play it.
There are the directors, there's the video production managers, there's the audio, and there's the anchors, and all of them are part of a team. And I know people always say that, but I never really thought of it like that. So it was really a great experience.
I certainly had another view of what happens backstage. It was fun. I certainly enjoyed being on camera, And also, it's a bit loud when you have in the earpieces, but like I said, it's so fun.
The Junior Deputy Clerk Summer Program is a part of the Clerk of Superior Court's office. Madam Clerk Kathleen Tina Robinson offers this program to high school students every year. You can get more information at 404-613-4217. And still to come on Fulton Today, the registration deadline has been set for those who want to vote for a new commissioner. It's a part of our district by district coverage next. Election officials announced the registration deadline for residents who want to help decide county leadership. And residents still have questions about the assessment notices as they wait for the notices to come in the mail. Here's this week's district by district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves, who makes his second stop on his second round of community meetings concerning the 2017 tax assessment notices. The at-large commissioner met with residents at the Buckhead Library who all were still concerned about the proper values on their homes.
We wanted to inform the public, particularly in the Buckhead area here at the Buckhead Library, about the status of the tax assessment process, where we are, what led us to be where we are, the next steps from here, but probably just as importantly, what we can do as a county to make sure that the tax assessment process is a lot easier in the future.
One of the concerns I have is what will happen in the future. We rolled back the values to the 2016 level. So what will happen in 2017, what will happen in 2018 and 2019?
The solutions is what I'm really concerned about. And so I think the system they have for taxing, property taxes, are just as very unfair, subjective. It's not very accurate.
The chairman gave residents details of the appeal process through the assessor's office. Residents will be sent new notices next month. For more information, visit fultonassessor.org. District 4 residents who are not registered to vote in the November special election for a new District 4 commissioner need to do so by October 10th. The District 4 seat was left vacant following the passing of Vice Chair Joan P. Garner back in May. The Registration and Elections Office recently sent out notices to residents who had a change of address since the last election, requesting that they change their address in the elections system. Now, voters must show proper ID to cast a ballot in the November 7th general and special election. You can visit fultonelections.com for details. And finally, in District 6, the Atlanta Hawks Foundation has done it again. Commissioner Emma I. Darnell, along with county leadership and staff from the Parks and Recreations Department, celebrate the new look of Creel Park. Thanks to the partnership with the Atlanta Hawks, the basketball courts have been renovated with a brand new look and feel.
Hubert Humphrey said that the moral test of any community is how it treats those in the dawn of life, its children, and those in the twilight of life, its elderly. I want to say thank you, Creel Park community, for sending a loud and clear message to your children and to all the children that we care. We are not only going to just talk the talk, we intend to walk the walk. It has been a wonderful day, and it has been a wonderful fellowship of working together with the Creel Park community for their children and their grandchildren.
So at the core of the Atlanta Hawks, we're a community asset, and enabling kids to play should be a key piece of what the Hawks contribute to the city of Atlanta. So working with the elected officials, Parks and Recreation, finding places that have programs that we can enhance has really become a secret sauce in the city of getting people to get outside and enjoy living in Atlanta and adding to these communities. So I'm very, very proud of what we've been able to do.
The ongoing partnership with the Atlanta Hawks has resulted in 3 basketball court renovations in the last 3 years at county parks.
Creel Park means so much to this community. It's really tied into the neighborhoods and the families in this area. So to be able to do this in a park that is so tied to the community really means a lot. And so we're hopeful that there'll be more and more opportunities to do this throughout this area.
Creel Park is located on Cascade Road in the new city of South Fulton. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. There's much more to come on Fulton Today. Stay with us. Fulton County helps over 100 people see better thanks to a community service project. It's a project called Vision to Learn, and it was planned and executed by some of the county's top managers. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has the story.
The Fulton County Juvenile Courthouse was the fourth and final stop for the Vision to Learn mobile unit. And just like all of the other locations, parents and kids were thankful for this free event. The vision exams did not hurt and did not take long, but the benefits from the service rendered at each examination will last a lifetime.
Often vision care and vision impairments are things that aren't first on parents' mind, and then those impairments often go undetected.
Vision to Learn is a nonprofit organization that provides children with free eye exams and free glasses by bringing its mobile eye clinics to schools and to other neighborhood youth and community organizations. Members of Fulton's inaugural Certified Public Managers program partnered with the organization to bring the service to the county.
So many kids that need glasses that they do not even know that they need glasses because they've been going so long not knowing that they really can't see. So it's such a rewarding feeling when they get their glasses that they're like, it's a whole new world.
According to Vision to Learn, 2 million school-age youth lack the eyeglasses they need to read the classroom board. The nonprofit also estimates 24,000 school-age youth need eyeglasses in the city of Atlanta, Fulton, and DeKalb counties. So Fulton managers and Vision to Learn workers gave families with kids up to the 12th grade free eye care screenings and exams and free eyeglasses.
The young people go through an initial 5-minute screening of their eyes, and if that screening detects any type of impairment, then they have an appointment set up on site with the eye doctor.
Organizers say correcting vision impairments is critical for children's educational success, and keeping kids in school could help prevent them from ending up here at the Fulton County Juvenile Courthouse. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
For the first time since being placed under the State Board of Health, Fulton's entire health department meets all at one time. The county's health team closed up its facilities just a wee bit early so that the joint meeting could be held at the Georgia State Auditorium. From health services improvements to marketing enhancements, the team heard firsthand from the director, Dr. Kathleen Toomey.
This transition was made possible by some legislation that passed last year, and we've been working diligently over the last year to make this transition as smooth as possible, invisible to the public who get our services, but actually to improve the way we deliver services, improve our capacity, improve our ability to do our job effectively and efficiently.
The Fulton Health Services Department also made a physical move this year. The headquarters and main clinic are now located at 10 Park Place, downtown. If you or someone you know has been thinking about quitting their smoking habit, then we've got some help. Fulton's Pitch Partners are in the middle of their 30 Smoke-Free Days challenge, and they are using social media to do it. The month-long experiment has an online community of people on Facebook who want to build a healthier life.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Office on Smoking and Health, and the National Cancer Institute recognizing that utilizing online forums is an excellent tool for disseminating and receiving information.
You can get free access to mobile quit apps, tips, quitspiration posts, and video streams from experts to help you overcome challenges and meet your goal of becoming smoke-free. The challenge is sponsored by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the National Cancer Institute. It ends on August 9th. People can start any time before. And when Fulton Today returns, a public artist commissioned by the county is recognized nationally for his compelling work. Stay with us. One of the county's commissioned public artists received some national recognition. The nonprofit organization American for the Arts acknowledged Tristan Al-Haddad for his innovation public art piece, Immaterial, which is permanently installed at the Southeast Atlanta Library.
The idea of immaterial knowledge is an immaterial thing. It's something that's shared. It's not something that anyone can own. It's something that we can all sort of access for ourselves, and so it is immaterial. But it's one of the most important and sort of powerful ideas, the idea of knowledge, and that's really what the library is, the sort of storehouse of knowledge and information.
Out of 325 entries from communities across the country, Al-Haddad's piece was one of 49 outstanding public arts projects created in 2016 through the National Program Public Art Network. That recognizes the most compelling public art.
It's fantastic. You know, you always feel humbled and excited. You know, when you're first commissioned to do a work, especially a large-scale public art work, it's part of, you know, it's collectively owned, especially because the work is public, so that's quite humbling. Being recognized by your peers and by critics and, you know, writers, et cetera, it's really, it's wonderful because it means that you're really operating at a high level, that your work is understood, first of all, and that it's appreciated, secondly. And so it's really wonderful.
As a public art registry artist, Al-Haddad was commissioned through a community panel selection process headed by the Fulton County Public Art Program, which established in 1993. And finally, summer campers are taught the game of life through the game of golf. Members of Golf Gals and Golf Women Mean Business hosted a free summer golf experience for young ladies at Cliftondale Park. The Parks and Recreation campers were taught the fundamentals of the game and important life lessons about manners, integrity, patience, and sportsmanship.
There's so many young African American women that never get exposed to the game of golf. And golf is such a awesome sport that we need to learn because it teaches you patience, it teaches you teamwork, it teaches you how to, concentrate and how to study. And so without this organization coming out and spending time with our girls today, giving them hope and giving them just an idea to express the interest that may be available to them as they go on to college, this will be a way to get them started.
This is more than just a game. This is teaching these girls life lessons. They're learning integrity, honesty, making good judgment. These are things that's going to stick with them throughout life. So we are here to combine those things and also learn something fun in the interim.
Fulton County partnered with the Lady Golfers in recognition of Women's Golf Day in Georgia and Women's Golf Day in Fulton County. College scholarships for young African American girls are often left unfulfilled. So the campers got information on how to start lessons right in their own community. And I'm a part of Golf Gals, and we had a great time. Well, before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out anytime on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.